my name's Natalia, and sorry I've been away for a week or so. It's because this little cutie pie here has been in a cat fight, and she needs to have this cone on.
I do not like the cone of shame.
She will gladly tell me each and every night how unhappy she is, so that I cannot sleep, and I will wake up and be like a total zombie. But anyways, I'm back and sort of well rested. Well, these bags under my eyes say differently, but I'm still going to show you 5 or really 4.5 DIYs. What I'm going to show you today are DIYs for the home, so something like this, see-through as you can see, and I even tried to make some with flowers, but as you can see, some of these flowers have gotten this brownish kind of color, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a chemical reaction. I will recommend you using leaves instead of flowers. They are much easier to work with, and you won't risk having these brownish spots on your flower petals. The next one is this upcycle cutting board. You can even place a little flower inside of it and make it super decorative. How cute is this? The third one is a little bit larger, as you can see. If you really want to have some plants in your home but really don't have any place for it really, you can just hang them up into the sky or in the corner. It's so fast and so easy to make. Now the fourth one is a little bit different from what I originally want to show you, because apparently here in Denmark we don't sell these kinds of old light bulbs, so I really cannot show you how to really disassemble a light bulb, but I will link you to another video where you can see how it's done. And this is just a novelty drinking glass, but what you can use these light bulbs for is to decorate them with these kinds of underwater plants, or put little plants inside of it. If you've been outside and plucking some plants, or your children have, you can place them inside of these light bulbs and then make them super decorative. So the last one is a little bit funny and a kind of a fail, because I totally forgot all about it, and you're not supposed to forget it. So this is what it looks like, and this was supposed to go on the fridge, but because I forgot this little thing here that I had to pull out, it got too heavy, so I can use it for the fridge. But I'm going to use this for a kind of office decorative item. This little shape here that I was supposed to pull out is actually for tea bags. I'm kind of sad that I cannot use my tea bag holder anymore, so it's like yay and nay. So if you're going to make anything like this, don't forget it. So if you want to see some of these kind of DIYs in the future, be sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you want to see how these are made, stick around, let's just get started. Now take your frame and then separate the glass and the frame from each other. Then remove all of these small frame holders, and if they're too hard to remove, use a plier. Put some glue all around the insides of the frame where the glass usually sits. Put the glass back in the frame and let it dry completely. Now take your dried up plants and then place them on the glass on the back of the frame. Play around with them and rearrange them and create your perfect image. Lift it up and look at it to see if everything is okay. When it is, it's time to glue them onto the glass. Now we need to create some Mod Podge because it's easier to use with delicate leaves. So take some glue and then take some few droplets of water and then mix them together. Now take your leaves and then make sure they're turned the right way when you're applying the glue. Brush some of the Mod Podge on and then place it right back onto the glass. Use your fingers and then gently dab on the leaves to glue them onto the glass. And repeat the process with the remaining leaves. Lift the whole picture up to see if there are any air bubbles. If there are, you need to squeeze them out so the leaves won't rot. When the glue have dried on one side of the leaves, apply another on the other side as a protective seal. Leave the whole thing to dry, and that's it! Your beautiful picture plant is done! Now go ahead and find the most decorative place for them. Now before we begin, you need to find a picture of a mason jar or a basket that you find appropriate. Either print it out, or if you don't have a printer, place a paper on top of your screen and then sketch around the image. Place the image on the wood and then secure it with some painter's tape. And make sure the image doesn't move at all. Now choose the place you want to hammer in the first nail. At the corners, you need to have a smaller space between the nails, so place them about 1 centimeter apart. At the sides, you can place them about 2 centimeters apart. And then just continue on hammering in all the nails. Now make sure all your nails have the exact same height so it doesn't look wonky and crooked. When you're done hammering all the nails in, remove the paper. Now take the yarn in any color you want and then make a knot in the end and then attach it to one of the nails. Then take your yarn and then twist it around the nails one at a time. And you only need to twist the yarn once around the nail to create the line. And if you want, you can return to the same line you just made and then twist the yarn the other way around to create this thick line. And then continue on twisting the yarn around the nails. But remember to push down on the line of yarn you just made so there's more room on the nails for more twisted yarn. And then continue on twisting the yarn around the nails until the outer image is complete. When you reach the end, cut off the yarn and then make a knot and then tie the knot around the last nail you were at. Then cut off the excess part of the yarn and then tuck it in between the line of yarn you just created. Now we're almost complete with our mason jar string art. We just need to highlight these parts of the mason jar with some more yarn. So you basically just repeat the same process as you did with the outer image. Unless of course your mason jar doesn't have these features, you're basically done. Your mason jar string art is complete. Place a flower in it, either fake or real, and let it decorate your living room or your bedroom. Now make sure the square frame you're using is small enough so the pot won't fall out. Then measure out 1 meter of rope 4 times. Then place one end of the rope inside of the frame, let the ends meet, and then make a knot. And you need to repeat this 3 more times, so 1 for each corner. When the rope is stretched out, it should look like this. Now if you want to secure the rope, you can put some glue on each corner, place the rope on top, and then let it dry. Now if you want, you can also secure the knots with some glue. Now take the S-hook and place the knotted rope right inside the loop. Now they're all secured. Now place your plant inside of the square frame and then wrap the ropes around it, and that's it! Your hanging plant is ready to decorate your room! As I said in the beginning, these light bulbs were originally drinking glasses, so if you want to see how to disassemble a real light bulb, follow the link in the description. Otherwise, you can actually buy some light bulb vases on Amazon. Now when you have your empty light bulbs, either pour in some small rocks or sand and then place a small aquarium plant inside of it. And you can use a long pair of tweezers exactly for this purpose. And be gentle when placing the plant inside the light bulb. And then pour a gentle amount of water into the bottle until it's completely full. And if you want it to be a hanging water garden, tie a rope around its neck and then close it up. You can also just pour in some water in the light bulb and then add some flowers. And that's basically it. Your light bulb vases are ready to decorate any room or to be given away. Now take any kind of milk or juice carton and then line them up with the shape you're going to use inside of it. Make sure the bottom is 1 cm thick, then make a mark at where the shape meets the carton and then cut around it. Now as you can see, this juice carton is pretty dirty, so rinse it out and then dry it out before pouring coconut oil inside of it. Spin the mold to spread out the coconut oil. Then pour the excess out and then leave it upside down so the excess will drip off automatically. Now pour the concrete in the mixing bowl. I'm adding 4 deciliters of concrete and then 1 deciliter of water. Now it's up to you how much of this mixture you need depending on the mold you're going to use. Give this mixture a very good mix with a spoon or something similar until the mixture is smooth. Then pour the wet concrete into your mold and then take the mold and then tap it a few times to remove any air bubbles. Now to prevent your shape from getting stuck in the concrete, rub some coconut oil all over it. Now take your shape and then press it into the concrete. Now before letting it set, place your magnets into the concrete. And you can use a pencil or a box cutter to press it down even further. Now only let the concrete set for 30 or 60 minutes or this shape will be stuck forever, like mine is. Now take your box cutter and then cut open the outer casing. Then open the mold as much as you can and then remove it completely. Now if you want, you can paint it, but I kinda like this rustic look. And as you can see, the magnets still work. And that's pretty much it. Your concrete planter, vase or office container is complete. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, give this video a like, it helps me out a lot, and let me know down below which one of these crafts you're going to make. And if you want to see the upcoming videos in this channel, you need to subscribe and be a part of our lovely DIY family here at the blue toolbox. Subscribe, and I'll see you soon with more ideas. Bye!